The soft glow of Emma's desk lamp was the only light in her room. The rest of the house was quiet, everyone had gone to sleep hours ago. She stared at her textbook, but the words swam in front of her eyes. Her head felt heavy, and her shoulders ached from sitting in the same position for hours. Her phone buzzed. A message from Mia. "Hey. Want to grab coffee tomorrow? You need a break." Emma sighed. She wanted to say yes, but she glanced at the pile of books beside her and frowned. She quickly typed back. "Can't. Too much to study." She placed her phone face down and rubbed her temples. She was exhausted, but she couldn't stop now. She had to study. She had to get good grades. But why did she feel so miserable? Emma's alarm rang at 6:30 a.m. She reached for it with one hand, silencing it with a tired groan. She barely remembered falling asleep last night. Dragging herself out of bed, she made a quick cup of coffee and sat at her desk. Books, notes, and her laptop surrounded her. She flipped open a textbook and started reading, but the words blurred together. Still, she kept going. Morning turned into afternoon. Afternoon into evening. Her mother knocked on the door. "Emma, you need to take a break." "I don't have time, Mom," Emma replied without looking up. Her mother sighed but didn't argue. The truth was, Emma couldn't remember the last time she went outside. She couldn't remember the last time she laughed. Her days were the same: study, eat, study, sleep. And yet, no matter how much she studied, it never felt like enough. That evening, her cousin Lily came over. She was a few years older and already in college. She walked into Emma's room and frowned. "Wow. You look terrible," Lily said. Emma rolled her eyes. "Thanks." Lily sat on the bed. "Seriously. Mom said you've been studying all day, every day. How are you feeling?" "I'm fine. Just busy." Lily raised an eyebrow. "Emma, you look exhausted. And trust me, I know what that feels like. I did the same thing when I was your age. And guess what? I got burnt out." Emma frowned. "Burnt out?" Lily nodded. "Yeah. I pushed myself too hard. I studied so much that I stopped enjoying it. My brain felt tired all the time. I was overwhelmed and I started making mistakes." Emma hesitated. "But if I take breaks, I'll fall behind." Lily smiled. "That's what I thought too. But actually, taking breaks makes you more productive. Come with me. Just for a few minutes." Emma wanted to say no. But something about Lily's voice made her curious. With a sigh, she stood up and followed her cousin outside. The cool air hit Emma's face the moment she stepped outside. It felt strange, but in a good way. It was quiet except for the distant sound of birds and the rustling of leaves in the wind. Lily led her toward the park. Kids were playing, people were walking their dogs, and a man was jogging past them with his headphones in. Emma took a deep breath. She hadn't even realized how stuffy her room had been. "Feels good, right?" Lily asked. Emma nodded slowly. "Yeah. I didn't realize how much I missed this." Lily grinned. "Tomorrow, we'll start a new routine. Just one small change." Emma hesitated. "Like what?" "Start your day with something relaxing. Take a short walk, stretch, listen to music, just 5 minutes. Then, study. You'll feel more focused." Emma wasn't sure if it would work, but she agreed to try. The next morning, Emma did something different. Instead of grabbing coffee and sitting at her desk immediately, she stepped outside. The fresh air filled her lungs, and for the first time in weeks, she felt awake. She stretched, took a short walk, and then returned to her desk. When she opened her textbook, something was different. Her mind felt clearer. She wasn't fighting against exhaustion anymore. Over the next few days, she made more small changes. She took breaks. She went outside. She called Mia and finally agreed to that coffee meetup. And surprisingly, she still got all her work done. One afternoon, Emma sat with Lily on the porch, sipping tea. "I feel better. And I'm still getting my work done," Emma admitted. Lily smiled. "Told you. Managing stress is important. Now, you're studying smarter, not harder." Emma nodded. She finally understood. She didn't have to be miserable to succeed. She just needed balance. And from that day on, she never let stress control her life again. Vocabulary lesson. 1. Exhausted, very tired. Emma felt completely exhausted after studying for hours. 2. Overdoing, doing something too much. She was overdoing her studies and forgot to take breaks. 3. Burnt out, extremely tired from overwork. Lily got burnt out when she studied too much without rest. 4. Overwhelmed, feeling like you have too much to handle. Emma felt overwhelmed with all the schoolwork she had to do. 5. Productive, able to get things done efficiently. Taking breaks made Emma more productive in her studies. 6. Routine, a regular way of doing things. Lily encouraged Emma to follow a healthy routine. 7. Stress, a feeling of worry or tension. Too much stress can make it hard to concentrate. 8. Balanced, having a good mix of things. Emma created a balanced schedule that included breaks. 9. Focused, able to concentrate well. After her walk, she felt more focused on her studies. 10. Breathe deeply, take a deep breath for relaxation. When Emma stepped outside, she took a moment to breathe deeply and relax. Thank you for listening to Emma's story and learning English with us today. We hope this story helped you understand how to overcome stress and find balance in your life. Don't forget to subscribe for more short stories that teach small sentences and help you improve your English speaking skills. And hey, why not forward this video to your friends so they can learn English with fun and interesting stories like this? Stay tuned for more, and keep practicing your English every day. Bye-bye.